We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans, and anticipation has been high all week for this one. Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Wyoming Cowboys taking on the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Spartans will kick it away to... And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Wyoming Cowboys offense takes the field to start this game off. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he and Nibble are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a world. He's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple, really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, get a nice positive gain.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Got a man, it's Scott. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sargent. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Makes it past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
The Cowboys back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll keep it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
Pressure coming. He's got the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Cowboys, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The play-action fake. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Keeps it on the draw. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
On the move from inside his 5. Kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the San Jose State Spartans offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players you can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Spartans are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He's got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cowboys in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Anderson will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Holman. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. The give to the tailback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. Dead center perfect. The lead is 6 in the first.
Wyoming 6, San Jose State 0.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole. Quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down.
First down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He leaves it with his back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, San Jose State.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
It's complete to the left. Oh, a lot of space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Ready to try the point after. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Fakes to grab. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Spartans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Try and play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Mark defense at the 45. Offense facing fourth down.
And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Anderson wants to throw. He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
On the play. And first down for the offense.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
Wyoming, 13.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete downfield. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Cowboys are on the move. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Scott. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Look out, he's got room. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 9.
It's 3rd down.
And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Anderson will throw. Makes the catch. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the
Push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The field goal is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Gets it to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Reads it, fires complete. Breaks into the open. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Might as well give it to him again. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Using the quick game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Never a doubt. The lead is down to a field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play. Now setting up 4th down.
Punt is in the air. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's a first down.
And the Spartans are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Spartans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sargent. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Mark down at the 50. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Anderson wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Holman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Snap it to the back. Running to Green. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Scott. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Anderson will throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He slides that just inside the right upright. That brings him to within 1.
San Jose State, 17. Wyoming, 16.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Riley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up 2nd down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in San Jose than you have? A captivating game so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at CEF Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Past the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again. And it's just frustrating.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Finds his man. It's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Right on the money. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Fakes the grab on the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a big day.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Red pass is complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. Caught in the backfield, it's Holman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quick completion on the out route.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
The Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Anderson wants to throw. Makes the grab. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll sneak it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Anderson will throw. He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead.
That keeps the score. San Jose State, 24. Wyoming, 22.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rushes on him. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Fires to the big fella. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The Spartans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Spartans.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Anderson wants to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple of completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
On the curl. He's brought down at the 33. Third down coming.
And the Cowboys really need to keep this drive alive on third down. This quarterback part of their running game. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
First down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The third sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down to the 42.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Riley. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
Leaves it with the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football, because he is looking really good.
Caught behind the line. It's Riley. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Got his man downfield. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Anderson will throw. Spits it out to the back. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it 1 play at a time.
Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Scott. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Anderson wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead is now back down to 9.
Wyoming, 25.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, what a move.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
To the air on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On third down, going up top. Looking for a deep man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive 18-yard line. Anderson will throw. Slings it downfield. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
The chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys, and the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The San Jose State offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown. Turning it on! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. QB draw. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Snags it! Touchdown, Spartans! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff from the gun. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Cowboys line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got the screen set up. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him. Done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
I want to talk about a monster performance. This guy now has 150 yards rushing. The defense has had no answer for this guy, and he's shown you why he is such a weapon in this offense. Speed, the ability to catch the ball, the vision, the quickness. He's got all the tools in the toolbox.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, San Jose State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Oh, they're after him. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly. You're going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. The give to the lone running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Anderson wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run it on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.